Anita.
Yeah.
I mean, tell the people where you from. Are you Dominican? There's a Dominican flag behind you.
Relax. You get that
Oh,
out. I'm Puerto Rican, fully Puerto Rican. My name is Anita. I was born and raised in Connecticut, but a lot of my time growing up, I spent in Puerto Rico too.
wow. Okay, so wait, so you're born here, and then at what age did you go? Did you go to school there too?
No, I didn't go to school over there.
Okay.
So, the summers I spent them in Puerto Rico. So when school was out from June to September, that was my time over there with my grandparents.
So what's the difference? Do you think there's a difference from here in Puerto Rico?
There's definitely a difference, and there's definitely a difference between people who like grew up there and people like me who visited like on a regular basis. I still feel like like I'm connected to Puerto Rico. I'm from there, even though I didn't live there. Both of my parents are from Puerto Rico. I speak Spanish. Yeah, and there's definitely a difference from here in the States and in Connecticut to Puerto Rico. Like,
Do you feel like they're discriminating against you out there? Like, the whole islander thing versus like a New Yorican or like like a American Rican. Like they look at you like maybe you're not them.
I see what
like
you're
you're
saying.
not you're not authentic.
I see what you're saying. I don't think I ever felt that way. And mostly it's probably because when I was visiting Puerto Rico, I was with my family. So like my family never made me feel like an outsider. Even though I didn't spend like 12 months of the year there. Like I spoke Spanish to them. I knew the culture, and when I'm in Puerto Rico, like I have like my Puerto Rican accent when I'm in Puerto Rico.
Let's hear it.
I'm not in Puerto Rico.
Te quiero escuchar. Habla. Habla, mujer. Pero es mentira. Yo no soy puertorriqueña, nada.
No, yo soy puertorriqueña. Puertorriqueña soy.
No, tú no eres.
Pero ¿cómo le explico? Cuando yo estoy aquí ¿viste? Es que no me sale. Cuando yo estoy aquí y estoy tratando de hablar el español, es como que no me sale bien.
Okay.
Pero cuando yo estoy en Puerto Rico, it's like natural, it's fluent. But I feel like maybe because I'm in the States, like I'm more self-aware of my Spanish. But when I'm in Puerto Rico speaking Spanish, it just flows because that's like the language there. But here the language is English, right? So I tend to overthink my Spanish when I'm here. That's what I do. Because my initial mental reaction or response is to talk in English.
Gotcha.
So that's why when I talk Spanish here,
it's like very proper, very standard, you would say.
My Spanish is I think it's pretty proper. I don't think that it's like choppy or like I try to fill in words or anything like that with my English. I just know that when I'm here in the States, I'm more self-aware or more self-conscious of my Spanish than when I'm in Puerto Rico.
And you're saying that they don't belittle you because, or you felt like you were bullied or outcasted, ostracized because you were born here. Like you're more American than from Puerto Rico, the mainland.
No, you know what? I think if I didn't speak Spanish, I would have gotten.
Because you're 29, and that's not common. Because a lot of my Puerto Rican friends, they're my age. They don't know Spanish.
So that's the thing is I spent my summers. Also, I grew up like both my parents spoke Spanish in the home, right? So like my summers, I'm spending them in Puerto Rico, and then in my house in the States, we're speaking Spanish.
Are your first generation born here or no?
No, I'm first generation born here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, your first generation.
Yeah.
So and your people were born, like your parents were born out there.
My parents were both born in Puerto Rico.
So that's the advantage you have.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, that's an advantage because
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Because that happened with me. So I'm first generation American.
Okay.
But in the household, my mom is obviously Dominican as hell. When I live with my father, so I'm first generation of all my family. Mm-hmm. So I have them Dominican roots, and I lived out there. I went to school there. So,
right. Oh, okay. I didn't go to school out there.
Yep. Because they send they tend to send Dominican kids with them misbehaving. They send them back out there. Yeah, like pa que aprenda, coño. Like, you know.
Well, did that ever make you feel ostracized? Like being like, oh, I'm a bad kid, so now I gotta come over here.
No, well, ostracized as far as I was listening to American music, hip hop. No, I like.
You were immersing yourself in the culture here,
right?
Yeah.
I was listening to movie out of stars, the TV, and then when I go to DR, it's reggaeton, right? Because Dembow wasn't that big yet, right?
Yeah.
So it was reggaeton, salsa, bachata. You know, and I'm like, damn, I feel different. They dress a little different.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a little mini culture shock. I go to school, everything is in Spanish. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Instead of English, like when it comes to literature and grammar and stuff like that, it's Espanol. I'm like, oh my god, like.
So the summers that I spent in Puerto Rico, I spent them in like summer school too. I remember my aunt, my dad's sister, she was like a summer school teacher. So she like had this little classroom or whatever, and she watched a couple kids, whatever, during the summertime. And I also think that's why I can read and write in Spanish, because I grew up in that little like summer, like that Spanish summer school. And that just triggered a bunch of memories. But but yeah, that's another thing too. So I never felt like when I was in Puerto Rico I didn't belong or my family didn't accept me, because my parents and my family there did whatever they could to like immerse me in Puerto Rican culture and like the Boricua culture when I was there.
Yeah, so right. I mean, but at the end of the day, that's your people. At the end of the day, that's where your roots, and you look Puerto Rican. I mean, right?
Yeah, I have like a very like I think traditional like Puerto Rican look. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Traditional. Let's talk about traditional. Let's talk about traditional.